All right. So, hi everyone. Very good evening to all of you. I hope everyone is good. Okay. So, this is another session of our daily PIB. This is 12th of January 2026, and we are all good to go with the session here. You people already know that we cover 4 to 5 news on a regular basis, sometimes 5 to 6 as well. So, today we'll be starting with the first news, which talks about India-Oman CEPA only. Now, you people should be knowing and you people should be very, very familiar with this concept and familiar with this topic that generally questions related to these agreements, generally questions related to this SEPA ho gaya, they are actually asked, right? I'm specifically talking about agreements that takes place between two countries because this is continuously getting asked in the papers like RBI. So this is super helpful. Even if you are preparing for phase one, like of course you people will be preparing it for the fullest, right? So what I mean to say here is that you people will be able to get questions in phase one plus phase two also. So just try to prepare it very comprehensively because question related to it can be asked in the paper. Hi Satyarth, hi Harsh, hi Jai Hind, very good evening. All right. So the next news that we're going to do is Aadhaar, which got its face, right? So like it seems to be very cartoonistic in nature and it seems to be very fascinating in nature also. How Aadhaar got its face, and maybe if not how Aadhaar, then how it is actually going to help the general audience also, right? So basically, it has launched, one mascot, Udai. So we'll be talking about it. I'll be showing you about that. Like I'll be showing you that cartoonistic kind of thing, which is going to solve multiple problems of people. Next question, like next news says, Union Minister has launched port project worth of 235 crore in Tamil Nadu. So it is all important from infrastructure facilities only, infrastructure improvement only. So we'll be discussing it as well. Next initiative, which has been launched recently, is Pankhudi portal. Pankhudi in itself seems to be very soft, in itself seems to be very petal kind of things, right? So it is more associated with women's safety, it is more associated with taking care of their health as well. So Pankhudi के बारे में सारी information will be gathering here. Okay. So UNDESA projects India's GDP growth at 6.6% for 2026 here. Again telling you students are a question related to it are actually generally asked in phase one kind of paper, so actually very important. Even if you're the one who's preparing for NABARD, RBI, even SEBI kind of examination, yes, such questions are generally asked because this is something which is very factful kind of question. Yes, what are the reasons behind it will never be asked, but yes, they can directly ask you that what they are assuming and what projection has been made by them. Next news says 5 Indian films qualify for the Best Picture Eligibility Oscars 2026. Again, telling you it is actually very helpful from the perspective of phase 1. So we'll be covering it as well. At last, we'll be discussing 2 questions together. Alright. So for every new joinee here, this is the link of my Telegram channel, which is Economy with Payal. So you people can join it. I keep on sharing news articles here and I keep on sharing timings of my videos as well. Alright. So the first news says that India-Oman CEPA has taken place. You people remember you got one question in the RBI as well that was associated with this, with this CEPA only, which was associated with agreement only. Now, when I talk about SEPA here, in the coming slides, I'll be giving you a perfect definition of it as well. But just consider, it's a kind of friendship pass, which is VIP kind of friendship pass, which has been given to both India and Oman, just to strengthen the relationships. Along with that, to facilitate trade as well. So, two countries are here. Hi, Shraddha, very good evening. Two countries are here which want to like strengthen their relationship with each other in terms of trade, in terms of like other aspects also, be it cultural trade, be it merchandise, be it services one. But we need to build relationship with each other. That is the reason we two countries are giving VIP kind of friendship pass to each other, right? So it's a kind of VIP treatment to each other which has been given here. Okay. So first of all, like we'll be watching where is Oman and how it is actually considered. This picture I've taken from Google Maps itself, just to tell you that relationship with Oman, or just this SEPA agreement, how it is actually opening our gates to reach out like rest of the areas also, right? That is the reason it is actually super important. It is actually very important to it is actually going to enable us to reach out in the African areas also, and of course it is this is one area which is going to open multiple gates for us. That is the reason I've showcased this particular picture in front of you, which I've taken from Google Maps. Okay, all right. So this is the overview of it. I have already told you students that whenever SEPA takes place. SEPA is nothing, but this is general, information about it. You can clearly see it's a kind of wide-ranging pact only, which is between two of the countries that goes beyond goods and services trade as well. This is just not limited to goods trade only. This is just not limited to services trade only. But this is more like this more believes in strengthening relationship with each other. It's a kind of VIP pass which has been given to each other here. That you help me, I'll help you. Okay, so this clearly says this goes beyond goods trade to cover services, investment, government procurement, dispute settlement, and other regulatory aspects as well. It incorporates what that is mutual recognition agreements, acknowledging different regulatory regimes of partner countries on the basis of that they achieve equivalent outcomes here. That is the reason what I said here. Now this is, agar मैं इसका crux बताऊं ना, this is just a kind of VIP pass that has been given to each other. That see, I want access of your market. So I say, okay, I'll reduce import duties here. You come, I'll allow to enter you in my economy. But similarly, you also need to allow me to enter in your own economy. So Oman says, yes, I'll welcome you. Okay. So this goes beyond merchandise. This sticks to services, this sticks to investment, and this touches many other areas as well. That is the reason I'm calling it very comprehensive in nature. Now, this is something which is just crux of it. You can clearly see this is the bilateral trade between these two countries, which is standing in 2024-25 was just standing at 10.61 billion US dollars, and now you can clearly see in 23-24 it used to stand at what, that is $8.94 billion only. So it means there is improvement, right? There is improvement. So that is the reason we want more improvement in these many aspects here. Trade specifically from April to October. From April to October only, okay? This is standing at 6.48 billion US dollars. So this clearly says, hi Madhur, very good evening. Alright, so this clearly says that I want more improvement. I need to strengthen our relationship more. Again, this is just the crux of whatever we've done till now. This clearly says that this is the bilateral trade which is standing at US dollar 10.61 billion US dollars here. Along with that, now this is the story of 2024-25 students. Now this clearly says that merchandise exports is standing at 4.06 billion US dollars, and merchandise import is standing at what, that is 6.55 billion US dollars. So I need to bridge this particular gap, right? Are you able to see this particular? Okay, so we'll be discussing it after the news ends. Okay, Harsh, just stick here. We'll be discussing it. Okay, so this clearly says that, when I talk about the, you can clearly see this is exports and this is import. It means we are importing more than what we are exporting there. So I need to fulfill this particular gap. I need to bridge this particular gap here. So that is the reason, and that is just one reason why we have actually taken into consideration this agreement, why we have taken into consideration this mutual kind of recognition as well, right? Okay, so this is what is part of it. Again, with that, market access and goods under SEPA. What are the market accesses which we are going to give to each other? What I told you, if you people remember, this is a kind of VIP pass to each other. It means VIP treatment, right? VIP treatment basically होता क्या है कि ठीक है, अगर बाकी जो लोग हैं अगर वो एक चीज कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, so I'll be giving you two things to consume. This is a kind of special treatment only which we give to VIP individuals, right? In a similar case, this is something which is going to happen here as well. Basically, now I'll be discussing about one concept here. The first and foremost thing which matters here is 100% duty-free access of Indian exports. Basically, what is happening here? You people already know there is something which is known as import duty. Right? There's something which is known as import duty. What is the impact of import duty on goods? Import duty is nothing, but it's a kind of additional, price that will stick to that total price already, right? For example, if already, hi Shivam, Radhe Radhe. So we'll be discussing about these questions at the last of the video. Let me first complete this topic and then we'll be discussing in other concepts. Okay. So for example, if you, in your own economy, the product that you've produced is worth of 10 rupees only. Okay. This is worth of 10 rupees only. Now you want it to be transferred to Oman for say, but Oman says that I'm imposing import duties on you. I don't want your good to be entered freely. If you want your good to be entered, if you want your good to enter in my own economy, I'll be charging you something. For example, certain percentage has been charged here, and my price reaches and my product reaches there at what price? That is 15 rupees. Now, what do you really think? People will prefer this 15 rupee of good they'll start preparing, like they'll start comparing it with their own good as well. They'll clearly see कि देखो हमारे पास अगर इंडिया की गुड जो है 15 रुपए की अवेलेबल है और अगर जो ओमान में प्रोड्यूस हो रही है गुड, इफ दैट इज अवेलेबल फॉर 10 रुपी, व्हाई वुड समवन गो फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट? It means import duties are the one which increases my price, right? It increases the prices here. It clearly increases the price and it reduces my market there. So I do not want this to happen. That is the reason it clearly says that, see, you help me here, please. I want my goods to reach out to your market. I want your people to purchase my goods. In a similar way, I'll allow you also to come in my own economy and I'll just allow my consumers to purchase your products. So it's a complete kind of VIP treatment which has been given to each other. Clearly, it also says that coverage of 98.08 percentage of Oman tariff lies here. Coverage of 99.8 percentage of India's trade value here, and zero duty from day one. Otherwise, what used to happen before? We have actually paid 5% of duties as well. But now it clearly says this is a big win for India as well. This clearly says that 0% tax for India, right? So clearly, right, starting day one of this deal itself, 98% of Indian products can enter Oman without paying any of import tax. It means if it is available here in India at 10 rupees, it will be available there in Oman at 10 rupees only, and that too in their own currency, right? But generally what I'm trying to say, we will be able to expand our market. For example, like this is very simple example that I'm using here. Although we are going to get benefit in pharmaceuticals, electronic products, but generally I'm taking one example. One pharmaceutical product is available in India at 10 rupees only. Domestic producer are continuously producing it also. They've already captured Indian market. But now they are actually need to expand the market also. So this deal is actually going to help them because they will be able to expand their market in Oman, and that too at very, very concessional prices. So it clearly says कि मैं सस्ते में जो है I'll be able to make things available there in Oman also. So that is the reason I'm calling this as big win for India, right? Now again, you people could have question in your mind that, ma'am, which sectors are going to be benefited here? So clearly telling you, even if that is engineering goods, even if that is healthcare, because we are already doing better in pharmaceutical sector, even if that is agriculture and food, because like this is not fully opened here, again telling you this is not fully opened here because we need to conserve it. Textiles and jewelry is also part of it, right? So we are actually going to expand our market to the fullest. Now this is what data says. This is all about merchandise trade standing. This is all about services trade standing here. So let's go through that. India's export is 4.06 billion US dollars, and what India imports is 6.55 billion dollars. Now what do you think? Is it a good situation? The answer is clearly no. We need to bridge this gap, right? Because trade is always in surplus. सरप्लस ट्रेड किसको बोलते हैं? सरप्लस ट्रेड हम तभी बोलते हैं ना जब हमारे एक्सपोर्ट जो है दे आर एक्चुअली मोर देन इम्पोर्ट्स, राइट? एंड दिस इज बेटर सिचुएशन फॉर एनी ऑफ द इकोनॉमी. If imports are actually more than export, this is just deficit here, and I need to fulfill this particular gap. That is the reason there's just one reason why trade has taken place, or why agreement signatures has taken place between two countries. Similar is the case with services trade as well. This clearly says that India services exports is standing at 665 million, and what we are importing is just very less, that is 198 million only. So it means we are surplus here, and we are in deficit here, right? So which gap needs to be fulfilled? That is merchandise, right? Merchandise का दूसरा नाम क्या है? That is goods, okay? It means यहाँ पे goods जो है मेरे को यहाँ पे improvement चाहिए, otherwise we are already doing better in the services sector, okay? So here are the products like which I have already told you. This clearly says that market access in the goods will be eligible. So 100% of duty-free access for Indian exports to Oman. So it clearly means the example that I gave you before as well. Hi Abhinav, very good evening. We'll be talking about it later, right? I'll be giving you here, but you need to like wait for me like till the end, as in when we'll complete the news, then only we'll be talking about it. Okay, so what I told you, if my product is available at 10 rupee, there also it will be available for 10 rupee only. Coverage of Oman tariff lines is 98.08%. Coverage of Indian export values is 99.38%. Zero duty benefits are effective from day one only. So soon we'll be getting benefit of it. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम extend कर रहे हैं, नहीं. From day one itself we'll be able to get benefits of it. Now when I try to compare it with most favored regime or most favored nation regime, this clearly says that zero duty under most favored nation is 15.33% of the export value. Zero duty tariff lines under most favored nation is 11.34% only. Earlier, we have phased up to 5%, but now it is actually going to be like shifted towards Shunya only, that is zero. Okay, and these are the many areas, these are the many sectors which are going to be like benefited here. Okay, so these are the sub products here, which includes dairy sector, cereals, fruits, vegetables, edible oils, oil seeds, and natural honey also. So you can just clearly go through this particular list. Okay, now this is all about India's market access offer and safeguards as well. So tariff liberalization offer what, that is 77.79% of tariff lines. Import value coverage includes 94.81% of imports from Oman, and there is no tariff concessions here. Now these are the protected domestic sectors. Transport is protected, major chemicals is protected. You people already know about the animal origin products. जैसे हम milk sector में, dairy sector में हम किसी को भी enter नहीं करने देते, so that is still protected only. Similar is the case with cereals, spices, coffee and tea also. These are the many sectors which are still protected. Sensitive value chain industries include rubber, leather, textiles, footwear. Petroleum oils are the one, and mineral based products are also the one. Now these are the products which are actually excluded from the list, and this was very clear cut to say. Agriculture and specifically dairy sector is never included, so we have excluded that already. Similar is the case with oil seeds, edible oils, honey, fruits and vegetables also, so these are already excluded here. Now this is one by one status of various of the sectors. For example, let's first talk about the engineering goods. Let's understand what is the status of it. So it clearly says that exports to Oman stands at what, that is 875.83 million US dollars, right? So this is the status of 24-25. Now we are actually going through one good or one sector separately. The products that are covered under engineering goods include machinery, electrical equipment, automobiles and iron and steel also. Now it clearly says that there is a tariff change, that is to zero duty only. For example, this machinery is available in India at 10 rupee. Again, it will be available there at 10 rupee only. No extra duty, no extra charges added. Along with that, this is the key beneficiary here. For example, there is someone who opened its business, like there is one individual who has opened its business here, and that is more associated with MSME sector. So of course, ये जो individual है, this individual will be able to get chance to reach out to the export market. Already there are multiple of the initiatives started by the government of India to help these MSME sector to grow. है ना? We have discussed it multiple times. So yes, this agreement is actually going to help them. Similar is the status of pharmaceuticals also. What is the market standing at? This is 302.84 million US dollars. Along with that, compound annual growth rate is also here, which is standing at 6.6% only. Now, zero duty free access will be given to finished medicines, vaccines and APIs also. Okay. Now, this is the status of marine products. This is standing at 118.91 million US dollars. What we are importing here? Import from India. That is 7.75 million US dollars here. And this is the duty status. Again, immediate zero duty access will be given here. Next talks about agriculture, that is standing at 5.97 billion US dollar. What is India's share? That is 10.24%. Okay. Along with that, now this is the key product level gains here. You can just go through that by yourself also. This is not very rocket science to consider. बहुत ज़्यादा easy है. But अगर आप इसके साथ मतलब अगर आप खुद भी go through हो जाओगे ना, then also it is okay, because this just includes data only, right? अब ये जो डेटा है आप खुद भी कर सकते हो. अभी आगे जो है कोई एक्सप्लेनेटरी पार्ट नहीं है. ठीक है. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स की अगर मैं बात करूं, इंपोर्ट्स दैट इज स्टैंडिंग एट 3 billion US dollar and India's export is standing at 123 billion US dollars here, right? So this is what is the gap standing. Chemicals की अगर मैं बात करूं, what we are importing is 3.13 billion US dollars only, and what we are exporting is 169.41 million US dollars, right? So this is also gap which is standing here. Similar is the case with textiles also. What we are importing is 597.9 million US dollars. What we are exporting is 131.8 million US dollars only. So we need to fulfill this particular gap as well. Plastics in a similar way. Gems and jewelry in a similar way. Services are also here, right? So I request you to just go through this data by yourself only. Now this is just the crux of it, okay? This clearly says, this gives you an information about bilateral services trade. This tells us about the services coverage also. If we are continuously trading with each other, What are the sectors part of it? Generally, 127 subsectors are actually part of it. There is ICT ceiling also, which has been increased from 20% to 50% as well. इंडिया के अगर मैं एक्सपोर्ट्स की बात करूं, दैट इज स्टैंडिंग एट $665 like million US dollars here. And nearly 6,000 of India-Oman joint ventures has been supported here. So this is again telling you super important from the examination perspective. Directly they can ask you about the data here. Now these are the key agricultural export states. It is associated with meat, which includes UP, Punjab, Haryana, Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra; eggs, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana; sweet biscuits, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Punjab; butter, Gujarat, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra; and honey, which is there from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, and Rajasthan as well. Okay, and this is about the labor sector benefits which has been provided here, which has highly helped my various of the sectors to grow, be it textile sector, be it leather, be it footwear, food processing, marine. It is actually helping every individual to grow, right? Now this is the regional impact on exports as well as jobs also. Now you can again clearly go through the data itself. It has been beautifully presented in PIB explain part. That is the reason I compiled it here, right? You can clearly see how it is actually helping Punjab to grow, Delhi NCR, Chandigarh to grow, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Similar is the case with other states and union territories as well, right? So this is all about the sanitary and phytosanitary measures. I'm very sure when we people have already done स्टैटिक पोर्शन ऑफ इट, WTO का जब हमने स्टैटिक पोर्शन करा है तो हमने ये सारी चीजें जो है वहां पे रीड करी हैं, ठीक है? ऑलराइट, सो वी आर डन विद द India-Oman CEPA here. Again telling you, just try to make notes on it because this is super important. If you do not want to make notes on it, you can clearly go through this particular slides. You can clearly keep them with you. Along with that, if you want to read it in a more explained manner, you can download PIB explained part also. It is clearly present there. Okay, alright. Next news says that Aadhaar gets its face. UIDAI launches Aadhaar mascot UDAI, which is Udai. Okay. Now, Udai seems to be very optimistic in nature. Udai seems to be very optimistic in nature. Udai clearly means what? That is sunrise, means hope, right? Means hope. When do we have hope? For example, there is any doubt going in our mind, and for example, we get hope from next person to maybe reach out to us soon. So it means we are getting hope from that particular person. So it clearly says that hope is something which is associated with problems only. So I'm just trying to simplify it for you people. So it clearly says that, see, customers are having a lot of problems associated with Aadhaar card, right? या फिर Aadhaar process also. Is my is my information all safe? How to get into Aadhaar card, या फिर how to register, like how to change photo, how to change maybe your address as well. Like there are multiple of the queries associated with it. Now this mascot will be resolving those queries here. You can clearly see there is a launch of Aadhaar mascot by UIDAI. Mascot has been named as Udai, which is hope. Purpose is clearly resident facing communication companion. Along with that, it will be able to simplify public understanding of the Aadhaar services only. So if anyone is having any problem associated with Aadhaar card, right, so it will be providing it, right? You just see it how cute it is, right? It is clearly someone that everyone wants to reach out, right? It clearly, like, it will be giving you like perfect solutions of multiple problems that you people would be having related to Aadhaar services only, right? So this is having responsibility of solving your queries, right? And that too reaching out to in a very like simplified way. ऐसा नहीं है कुछ technicalities जो है यहाँ पे use करी जाएंगी आधार related के कारण. अब यहाँ पे the process is actually going to be very simple in nature. I'll be, or this particular Udai is going to be like communicating with you in your own manner only, in your own taste only, right? So that you actually understand the services here. Okay. So this clearly says the purpose is actually very crystal clear in nature. I want to make Aadhaar services very people friendly. I want to make Aadhaar services very consumer friendly also. If they are having any problem related to Aadhaar updates, authentication processes, offline verification, selected sharing of information, adoption of new technologies, responsible usage of Aadhaar. Now these are the broader topics only, which includes many further small topics also, right? Small problems as well. So this Udai is actually going to solve your like queries there. It is actually going to give you a solution, perfect solution to you people. The selection process clearly includes open and inclusive national approach, national design and name competitors, platform. Like this is about the selection process. Now I'll tell you what does it mean, because while we have selected it, right, हमने ऐसा तो नहीं हुआ होगा ना कि ऑल ऑफ अ सडन हमने इसको सिलेक्ट कर दिया. This could have been designed by someone. We could have opened a lot of entries, many people could have participated here, and then only it could have been like, this is the selected one, and it has been named as Udai only. So this is about the selection process, which is of course not important from the examination perspective, but still telling you how many entries came for that. That is 875, which included students, professionals, as well as designers also. And evaluation methodology has been multi-tier evaluation process. Of course, many of the tests has been taken of Uday, but now specifically and finally it has won, right? Who's the winner here? That is, the first prize has been given to Arun Gokul of Kerala. Second prize has been given to Idris of Maharashtra, and third prize has been given to Krishna Sharma of Uttar Pradesh, right? So this is, what is the like. This is specifically associated with the design competition, right? Now these are the three people who got prizes here in designing. Then we are having this mascot name as well. The first prize has been given to Riya Jain of Bhopal, second prize of Idris Pune, and third prize has been given to Maharaj Saran Chellapilla of Hyderabad. So this is associated with mascot's name only. The previous one was associated with design. This is with this is with name here. So this is what is actually important from the examination perspective. You people need to remember that how it is actually going to help and what is the significance of the initiative here. This mascot has been made very, very citizen centric, just to ensure that citizen centric communication. This mascot has been made just consumer friendly only, citizens friendly only, so that they get their solutions. Along with that, this is also to enhance their product, to enhance their trust as well. For example, if you get an idea, or like you people, like everyone is enrolled with Oliveboard for say, right? For example, we create our own mascot who reaches out to you very in a very, very friendly manner. So you will be very happy, right? You won't be having any doubt left in your minds. So that is the reason trust, and that is how trust is also built. Making Aadhaar services more accessible and understandable also is one of the objectives here. Alright, done with the second news as well. Third news says that Union Minister Sarbananda Sonowal has launched port projects that is worth of 235 crore in Tamil Nadu, right? Again, it is associated with what? That is infrastructure. That is infrastructure. Now, before you people ask me that, ma'am, is this question or is this news going to come in phase 2? Clearly, no. This kind of news is actually important from the perspective of phase 1. Yes, if it successes a lot, if there is like if I find any news associated with it, maybe like 3 months before the paper, so I'll let you know. But for now, just try to consider it from the perspective of phase 1 only. When I say you, this is important from phase 1, it means you people need to compile, you people need to arrange important information here. पहले important information, बाद में you need to analyze what is the significance of it, what is the objective of it, and what is the rest part here. But जो main information है ना, वो सबसे पहले gather करनी पड़ेगी, ठीक है? Now this clearly says this includes main information only. Actually, there is a launch of port infrastructure and digital governance projects also, just to give boost to maritime sector as well. Now this clearly says this is the project value is 235 crores. So like this can happen. They can ask you one question related to the value also. They can ask you one question related to project value as well. Now, since I'm talking about port infrastructure here, it clearly means it is more associated with maritime, right? No doubt in that. It is more associated with ports, shippings, and waterways also. So the ministry associated with it is Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways also. Now this is the location of the project. This is Chennai Port Authority, Kamarajar Port Limited in Nor, and state has been Tamil Nadu here, right? So this is important. They can ask you about the state as well. They can ask you like with which state is actually associated. This is the total financial outlay. Total outlay is 235 crores, out of which Chennai Port is having 129.36 crore. And Kamarajar Port project is associated with 105.64 crores only. So this data is actually super important. Again, I'm putting asterisk here so that you people remember it. Now this is what it is going to look like. Generally, I'm going to tell you how this Chennai Port Authority is going to structure everything, is going to invest in this infrastructure also. Basically, जो हमारा coastline revetment strengthening होगा, this includes length, design and investment also. जो length होगी, that is going to be 850 of meters. क्लाइमेट रेजिलियंट है, इस तरीके से डिजाइन करा गया है ताकि कोई भी प्रॉब्लम ना आए. एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट इज 33.28 crores only. In a similar way, we are having firefighting pump house as well. Location has been oil dock area. This is the compliance here, just following oil, industry safety directorate norms here. That is the reason we are having this availability. How much of investment? That is 43 crores, right? So this is also super important. In a similar way, we are having port hospitalization modernization also. For that purpose, 8.08 crore has been invested here. Along with that, this talks about digital governance initiative also, because we talked about the digital governance initiative as well, right? I told you it is actually part of it. So what kind of system? This is SAP based in on like enterprise business system only, which is going to help in a proper management, monitoring, and to facilitate the entire handling also. Now, what are the integrated areas? See, it is actually going to help them in many ways, even if it is finance, operation, human resource, asset management, and customer services also. The cost associated with it is 45 crores here. Although it is more like rectification kind of thing, but we need to just get it, क्योंकि ये जो हमारी entire news है ये infrastructure के साथ associated है, ठीक है. और अगर ये success देगी, अगर ये actually में work करेगी, तो there are high chances question can be asked in the paper as well. They can ask you about the port associated as well. Remember, you people got one question in SEBI only, like port associated. So that is the reason I'm telling this. Key projects at Kamarajar Port Limited includes boundary wall construction. The location has been that area itself. Cost is 1.39 crores here. And even if you want it, even if you want to leave this particular topic, that is this, construction here, road construction here, you can leave it as well, right? Because this is less important. Okay. Now, this is about the digital initiative that has been launched here. This is the e-port clearance portal. Now, I am very sure here. एग्जैक्टली दैट इज द रीजन आई एम टेलिंग कि क्वेश्चन जो है इसके एसोसिएटेड भी पूछे जाते हैं, क्योंकि फैक्टफुल क्वेश्चन है, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है, तो क्वेश्चन पूछा जा सकता है. व्हाई टू लीव इट बिहाइंड? ओके, so what I told you, like I'm very sure that you people got an idea after reading the seaport clearance portal. Now the framework has been one nation and one port process only. It means you need not to take permission multiple time. One permission access will be given. Online submission of port clearance will be given. So you need not to find that particular person again and again. You need not to go through, you need not to go to authorities multiple time. It is actually going to save your time here, right? Online issuance of port clearance will also be given. So this is actually going to make it very cost efficient, and time management will also be ensured here. Now this is about the additional initiative. You can clearly see the beneficiary has been given to Royal Madras Yacht Club. Financial support is 18 lakhs only, and the purpose is sailing training itself. That is what is the news here. Okay, now everyone please tell me, before I go through, before I go towards the next news, everyone please tell me, did you get an idea about every news that we've discussed previously? Anyone having any doubt till now? Did you get an idea of every news that we have discussed till now? Everyone got an idea about it, please? Got it? All right. Okay, so next news you can clearly see on your screen. This is associated with Pankhudi portal. अब पंखुड़ी जो है ना, पंखुड़ी अपने आप में ही it seems to be very soft. It seems to be very, very fascinating in nature also. Now, Pankhudi, when I say Pankhudi here, it's a kind of matchmaking and tracking process itself, right? When I specifically talk about Pankhudi, this clearly says this is just to help my women. This is just to help my women to ensure women's safety, and this is just to protect them as well. I want my women to feel very safer. That is the reason this initiative has been taken into consideration here, right? So Pankhudi, Pankhudi का मतलब होता क्या है? It is just like petal only, right? Just like many petals who make beautiful flower. तो उसकी हम एक पंखुड़ी तोड़ लेते हैं कई बार, है ना, क्योंकि वो बहुत अच्छी लगती है. तो पेटल का यहाँ पे मतलब सिर्फ यही है. What is the significance here? And why government chose petal only and not something else? Why not flower? Why not something else, right? Why petal only? Basically, it clearly says that Pankhudi clearly means petal. And when petals come together, they make something which is very, very beautiful and fascinating in nature, which seems to be like gift of the nature itself, which is flower. So why government has chosen this? Because this is like help only, that many petals can come together for helping women and children also. So this is just associated with protection. This is just associated with the beauty of nature also, that yes, we are having one beautiful soul, and we need to protect that, right? I need to ensure women's safety. I need to ensure that I am protecting women and children every time. So that is the reason this petal has been taken into consideration, where various number, like many people are going to come together, and they are going to help in protecting women. They're going to help in protecting children also. सो पेटल्स का मतलब क्या है, बहुत सारे लोग जो यहाँ पे आएंगे और क्या करेंगे, हमारी विमेन के लिए, जो हमारी विमेन की प्रोटेक्शन है उसमें हेल्प करेंगे, जो चिल्ड्रन की प्रोटेक्शन है उसमें हेल्प करेंगे। बेसिकली यहाँ पे अगर मैं इकोनॉमिक्स पर्सपेक्टिव से बात करूँ, दिस इज ऑल टॉकिंग अबाउट कंपनीज ओनली हु आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड देयर CSR, right? Everyone knows about CSR here, corporate social responsibility. So like corporate social responsibility is something which is tough, or maybe I would say like little tough to like it is actually a little tough for you people to remember for a longer period of time. That is the reason I gave you this simplified meaning. Petal, when it comes together, it makes beautiful flower. In a similar way, I want their funds to be utilized in a right project only, right? So like for this purpose, just to ensure transparency, just to ensure reduction in the corruption, this petal portal is actually here just to ensure what, that is proper monitoring, just to ensure proper monitoring and management also. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे पंखुड़ी के साथ किसके साथ एसोसिएट, मैं यहाँ पे एक बार लिख लेती हूँ ताकि आपको बाद में भूले ना, ठीक है, पेटल्स के साथ एसोसिएटेड है, ताकि हम यहाँ पे क्या कर सके, जो हमारे अलग अलग कंपनीज है, they should be able to they should be able to utilize their CSR in a very very corrective manner here. This is what is the crux of the entire news. This clearly says that there is a launch of Pankhudi digital portal. The nature is integrated corporate social responsibility and partnership facilitation platform only. And why it is here, I want their fund to be utilized correctly. ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि अगर कोई मतलब, now taking very simple example, if they are giving me 10 rupees for say, so it should not be used somewhere else. अगर 10 रुपए अगर किसी भी पढ़ाई के लिए दिए गए हैं तो वो पढ़ाई के लिए ही लगने चाहिए. That is what I mean here. Objective is very very crystal clear in nature. I need to strengthen women. I need to ensure their money is getting used for the child development initiatives also, and that too through coordinated partnership. I do not want that to be done through single petal only. That is single pankhudi, है ना. I want them to combine. I want them to come together and then to ensure कि हम women safety के अंदर जो है कहीं ना कहीं हम contribute कर रहे हैं. ऑब्जेक्टिव बहुत ज्यादा क्रिस्टल क्लियर है, मैंने आपको पहले ही बता दिया कि बहुत सारी कोलैबोरेशन होगी, मतलब मल्टीपल कंपनीज विल कम टुगेदर and they are actually funding here to protect women, right? Now the concept which is promoted here is जन भागीदारी. अब जन भागीदारी का मतलब क्या है? जन clearly means people, भागीदारी means participation. It means it is all talking about that how people are participating in protecting women and children also. That is the reason I'm calling it what, that is जन भागीदारी. Now this is all about the Pankhudi portal. This is the purpose as well as design also. Basically it's a kind of single window which is integrated digital kind of portal. और ये क्या करेगा, जितनी भी हमारी कंट्रीब्यूशन होगी ना, जो कॉर्पोरेट सोशल रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कंट्रीब्यूशन होगी, जितनी भी पार्टनरशिप होगी, अगर if 10 rupees has been given, so I need to ensure that that 10 rupees is actually getting utilized in a correct way. If that 10 rupee of contribution has been made for education, I need to provide it there only, right? Now one kind of change has been done here. Now these are the various stakeholders on that platform, be it individuals, NRIs, NGOs, corporate entities, central government agencies and state government agencies are also part of it, right? Now these are the features of the portal here. Basically what I told you, this is very very simple to access. It means it is actually very citizen kind of friendly here, okay? I've made it in such a manner कि ये बहुत ज़्यादा फ्रेंडली हो, आप मॉनिटरिंग कर रहे हो, so you should be able to do it in a very very corrective manner. Now I told you that this is very special this time. Why it is special? Because this clearly says no cash, only care. Now you would be wondering that, ma'am, how will I be able to care them if I'm not at all giving them cash? So this talks about non-cash contribution but all in material kind of things. For example, I need one CCTV camera to be like installed in one area, if in any of the areas for say, for keeping like for proper monitoring everyone, right? For properly monitoring every activity there. Now I am in need of camera. So now it clearly says that rather than providing like money, it would be better if you provide a CCTV camera only, and that is as per your wish. You can give me like you can give me expensive camera also, you can give me like medium kind of camera as well, but the purpose is camera itself. I need camera there. I don't want cash. Better is the case that you give me camera only. Similarly, if there is corporate social responsibility specifically for nutrition, food nutrition for say, so maybe food kits can be distributed rather than giving money here. That would be better case, na? Because money can be used somewhere else as well. Money can be used for corruption. Money actually leads to corruption also. So better is the case that we give that particular material or maybe actual sets only, right? Rather than providing the money clearly. For example, I am in need of books for say, right? I'm in need of books and I need to provide that somewhere else for like maybe help only. So I'll clearly tell them, don't provide me money, don't give me money, rather give me actual sets of books only so that I can distribute it among individuals, right? So this is what is actually done here. Along with that, I told you that yes, Pankhudi portal is the one which is going to ensure real-time monitoring in a very, very corrective way here, right? Along with that, digital audit will also be taken place. Why digital audit? So that just to check that there is zero room for corruption. There should be no corruption at all. That is the reason digital audit will also take place here. So this is how there is a change this time, and these are the features of it. Again telling you, unified digital workflow है, real time tracking है, improvement है coordination में जो हमारे stakeholders है, transparency will be ensured here because there is this time, this is non-cash contribution, no cash this time, okay? If I am in requirement of camera, just give me camera. I don't want like cash from you, just give me camera only, and that is as per your wish. Completely digital or like audit trial will be taken into consideration here, and these are the thematic themes because protecting women, protecting children can be in multiple ways. First of all, we need to ensure that we are actually focusing on the core parts here. Education, the most important, the most strongest part. Nutrition, another strongest part. Early childhood care and education also. Child welfare, protection, women's safety, women empowerment. So these are the key focuses here. Along with that, you people already know that already there are multiple of the initiatives going on, right? We are having Saksham Anganwadi and Poshan 2.2 as well. For women, we are having Mission Shakti, which is subdivided. Sambulas, Samartha here, if you people remember, है ना? फिर उसके बाद Vatsalya, which is specifically for child protection. So multiple initiatives are already here. We are just coordinating with them. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम कुछ अलग से निकाल कर आ रहे हैं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है? ये सिर्फ एक पोर्टल है जो कि इन सारे जो हमारे पहले से whatever initiatives are already taken, I'm actually here to monitor them very correctly, right? So even if it is Mission Shakti, Vatsalya, Mission Angan, Saksham Anganwadi, Poshan 2.0, I need to strengthen them more. And this is what is the significance here. Basically, to strengthen CSR. I do not want that CSR to be used somewhere else. I want that to be used very, very judiciously and like taking care of everything here. Okay, next news says that UNDASA projects India's GDP growth at 6.6% for 2026. Now, students, clearly just remember this thing. Okay, this is actually very important from phase 1 perspective only. And again, telling you, when I say phase 1, it means proper filtration. Nothing else but factful questions only. UNDASA has projected India's GDP growth at 6.6% for 2026. That's it. You people need to remember this data here, and that too with a proper year as well. You people need to remember this only. And if in case projection has been given us, specifically for 2027 also, that is also something which we are going to get here. Organization is United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs only. Report title is World Economic Situation and Prospects, which is WESP 2026. It has been released recently, which is going to show me the data associated with India, right? And it's a clear win here. I'll tell you how. This clearly says the GDP growth here is 6.6%. Earlier estimates used to be 7.4%. Current year 2027 is forecast is 6.7%. And it has been considered as fastest growing major economy, and that too globally. In terms of inflation also, is standing at 4.1% itself. So what do you need to go through? That is clearly data. Okay, so global growth estimation. Estimate is 2.8% 2025. Now 2026 projection. This is 2.7%. And for 2029, like 2027, this is 2.9%. That is the reason I'm calling this as like better data here. In terms of global trade, this is standing at 3.8% and 2.2%. Significantly, we are actually slow down here, but correct data will be getting soon only. We cannot just forecast it very correctly. This is what has been done, but the correct data will be out soon. Okay, so key global growth hai, this clearly says there is a strong demand in the major international markets. That is the reason this is the strongest data here. Along with that, this also talks about IMF expectations also. India as a only major economy which is growing above 6%. That is the reason I told you we are actually holding a position very correctly and very strongly also. हमारी जो position है इस time पे बहुत ज़्यादा strong है क्योंकि हम जो है एक लौती economy है which is growing above what, that is 6% during 25-26. And this is about the growth which I have already told you, right? This is subdivided as well. This talks us About services, GVA growth also, which is standing at 7.3 percentage, core services 9.9 percentage, trade related services standing at 7.5 percentage, industry, which includes manufacturing and construction, 7.0 percentage, demand side indicator, private consumption growth standing at 7 percentage, GFCF standing at 7.8 percentage, agriculture 3.1 percentage, utilities 2.1 percentage here, right? So this is something which you people need to remember. So all done with that. Okay, next news here, again telling you important from phase 1 perspective only. Five Indian films qualify for Best Picture eligibility Oscars 2026. So we'll be going through those five pictures here, but before that, which edition it is? This is 98th Academy Awards. This is also something which is very important, and this includes the category which is Best Picture category. Right? You can clearly see Kantara, a Legend, Chapter 1. Tanvi the Great, Mahavtar, Narsimha is the one, Tourist Family, as well as Sister Midnight. These are the like titles here, and these are considered as the best pictures as well. So like these are the five pictures which have been considered as the best one here, right? So this is what is actually important. If you want to leave rest of the information, you people can leave that, because उतना ज़्यादा important नहीं है, ठीक है? Total feature film eligible कितनी थी? 201 थी. Total films eligible in all categories were 317 here, right? So this is what is eligibility criteria for the best picture. Minimum 10 theater run in USA. Time frame is within 45 days of release in 2025 only. Mandatory submission is presentation and inclusion standard entry here, and compliance is at least 2 or 4 academy inclusion standards should be met here, then only it is actually eligible. Now this is all about Kantara, Mahavtar, Narsimha here. Again telling you this information is not at all important, right? कौन director है, कौन producer है, कौन lead actor है, वो ज़्यादा important नहीं है, but यहाँ पे जो names है वो important है, right? This is important, and this is important. If you want to leave rest of the information, you can clearly leave it. Tanvi the Great is important. Along with that, this is Tourist Family, important here, and Sister Midnight is also important. This is about the genre here. This is dark theme, and we are having producers as well, so that is not that important even. Okay, all right. Now coming on to the question answers here. Tell me, how many Indian films has been qualified for the Best Picture eligibility at 98th Academy Awards Oscars 2026? 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7. Very easy question. Now I've included very easy questions here. We've just discussed it. Which exactly is the correct answer? Her says C. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. Perfect. So like we've recently discussed it, so this was very simple. 5 exactly is the correct answer. So such question can be asked in the examination also. Which organization released the list of films eligible for the Best Picture category at Oscar? Is it Cannes Film Festival, British Academy of Film and Television Arts, National Film Development Corporation, Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, if UNESCO? So sorry. Okay. Anyone else? Perfect. D exactly is the correct answer. The eligibility list was released by Academy of Motion Picture, Arts as well as Sciences also. So D exactly is the correct answer of this question. Correct. All right. So thank you so much for joining the session. I hope each and every news is crystal clear to all of you. And all right, so that is it, and we'll be talking about the rest of the part tomorrow, and I'll meet you tomorrow at the same time, and that too with important kind of news as well, right? Thank you so much for joining.